Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to New Bay. Yes, we've got two replays on New Bay, but this isn't about the map. It's just a coincidence that both of these replays are on this map. So we got OP replays, some World of Tanks OP replays, some Hold My Beer. We've got two battles in tanks that don't really do big amount of damage. So first up, we have the Turtle Mark 1, and then we have the T71. Yes, a light tank that's not really known to do a big amount of damage. So New Bay I like this map. I think this map is pretty good, only because I like maps that it doesn't really matter what way you go. And you don't know what way the game is going to pan out. Usually, of course, mediums go this route, heavies go the other route. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. Of course, this route is probably best for people, tanks with gun depression and a turret. And this game, you're going to see, I mean, if you look at the enemy team, there's literally 7 tanks here. There's 7 tanks here, and there's only a few of the green team. The rest have pretty much gone the other side, or at least the middle. They're still around, but, you know, they're not here yet. The Turtle Mark 1 it's a good tank. I mean, it's not bad. It got buffed. I think it does need a little bit more of a buff. Against tier 7, of course, this tank, it can get some bounces. It can get quite a few bounces, but against the tier 8s and tier 9s, you can't really rely on the armor profile. But the DPM is pretty solid. The gun is pretty solid. And this game, we're going to see a monster game for a tier 8 tank. Now, that Defender Mark 1 just got very impatient, and he pays the price, and he's gone. Like, what was he doing? I have no freaking idea. That is one of the best tier 8 tanks on the enemy team, and he just plays it like that. No idea why. Now, our Turtle is not in the best of positions. He's got tanks all around him. And as I've said, the armor profile is good, but it can't bounce everything, especially when he's not looking. Now, of course, the J Panther 2 over there is shooting HE, but I mean, look at all these bounces. I don't even know how lucky he's getting, and he shouldn't get as lucky as he is getting. He's on 31 hit points this early on into the game. This can't end well for him. This isn't going to end well. Surely this can't end well. Now, the Tiger 2, what is the Tiger 2 doing? Why has he turned his attention to somewhere else? I have no idea, but he is going to pay the price very, very soon. The P43 over there, he was bouncing, or he was penning, and now he's bouncing. And the Tiger 2 is now a one-shot, and he gets a beautiful shot, and he just turns in time to get the bounce on the P43. Of course, he's going to ignore the P43 and go for the J Panther 2 because he's more of a dangerous target. Now, there's a T49. All the T49's got to do is splash some HE this way, but he doesn't even manage to do that. 2,300 blocked damage. 2,500 blocked damage, and he's on 5,000 damage. How the hell has he managed to do this much damage and block this much damage? And even in a position he shouldn't really be doing this damage. He had tanks all around him, and this poor P43 should just give up. You know, just give up. Go attack someone else, because you are not penning him, Sunshine. You are not going to penetrate him. 5,600 damage, just one tank left alive, which is this poor P43. And, of course, he's going to be in the way, and he's going to get killed. What a great game that was. I mean, 5 kills, 3,000 block damage. And on top of that, he ends on almost 6,000 damage, 5,900 damage. What a fun game that was to watch in a tank that, yes, can get bounces, but that much bounces should never ever happen. In the position he was in, that should have never have happened. But yeah, I mean, that was a great carry, fantastic carry. Look at his team, absolutely doing nothing there. So good game, Connacht. Great game indeed. Good fun game to watch there. Next up, as said, we have another New Bay battle, and it is the T71, driven by Balats 4. This tank is okay. I mean, this tank can be fun to play. It's an autoloader, 3-shot autoloader. Of course, it is a light tank with literally 0 armor. It has no armor whatsoever. Any tank that looks at you should be shooting HE at you. Of course, you don't have the spool liner, so anything that comes your way should be a HE shell, because they can penetrate frontally, side, anywhere on your tank. They will be able to penetrate HE. Even this little MT25 will be able to penetrate HE. Of course, this STRV-74 is just, yeah, he's kind of not looking. He's kind of not looking. I think he's just focused, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't good for our guy here to F you. He probably didn't mean it. He's just tunneled vision. He's probably sniper mode, not looking. But there's plenty of tanks here, and one tank already down. The MT25 has already gone down. The VK over has lost a lot of hit points. There's an SU-100 in the middle there. So now what do you do? What do you do? Do you carry on and fight, or do you, in a light tank, do you run away and try to get into a different position? Nice little dive there. Love the fact that he's still ignoring the MT25, because he wanted to go for the Skoda T25 because he was a one-shot. So he completely ignored the MT25. So now there's 4 tanks above him. There's only 1 tank down, which is the MT25. So he's going to help his SU-100 and go for him. Obviously, without his help, the SU would have been dead a long time ago. But at least, like, yes, he's going to be dead now, but at least now the MT25 is on a reload, so our guy can just farm him without getting shot in return. So there's a nice shot there on the blaze. Now he's on a reload. Now the reload is not actually that long, so you don't have to run away, or you don't have to get cover for a long period of time. What, 7-8 seconds, which is nothing really for an autoloader. That is actually quite quick. So here comes the SP1C. Now the best thing to do with this kind of tank is clear up the enemy. Of course, the SP1C is now pretty much a one-shot or a two-shot. Should be a one-shot. It's a 2 versus 5. You need to be clearing up these tanks. The blaze there, he can also clear up. Now, he could also clear up the blaze and the SP1C with 1 magazine, but unfortunately, low rolls there, but he is now going to be able to take out that blaze and keeps his guy AMX alive just a little bit longer. But it is now a 1 versus 3. He's only done 1.8k damage at the moment. He wants to get away from that SU. Of course, with HE, the SU can do a big amount of damage, and go for the least dangerous tank, which is this STRV. Now, this STRV is a autoloader, but he doesn't seem to be wanting to shoot, and at least he's got this wall for a bit of protection. That's his second shell. He should have 1 shell left reloaded, and he just misses his shot, which allows our T71 to take him out. So he knows that the SU-100Y is around here somewhere. What he needs to do is reset his camo and come at him at speed and maybe get around him, because of course the SU is not a quick tank, doesn't have a turret. So if you're able to get around the SU with a tank like this, then it should be game over. But there is still another tank left, the AMX M445. God knows where he is at the minute. Haven't seen him all game, and in fact I think he was actually AFK for the majority of this game. He doesn't stay AFK, but he may as well have stayed AFK. So still plenty of time left. That's the best thing when there is time left and only a few enemies to deal with. In a tank like this, you can get around the map very, very quickly. Now, there is a tank cap in the base, so at least we now know where one of these tanks are, and it's just trying to find the other one. So only 1 tank is on the cap, so just trying to find the other one. So I love the fact that he literally just flanked the whole map just to try and get behind this SU-100Y. But who is on the cap? Is it the SU or is it the AMX? Hopefully it's the AMX, because at least he then knows he can deal with this SU. But unfortunately, it's not the AMX, and it is actually the SU that is on the cap, which it would have been a lot easier for him if it was the AMX on cap, because at least he can then circle the SU without having to worry about another tank coming behind him and clearing. But of course, now he has been spotted, the SU-100Y comes off of the cap, so that is going to make it a little bit more difficult, but at least the pressure is off at the moment, because whilst the SU was on the cap, that is a lot of pressure and he has to do something. But of course, the AMX M445, not a bad tank to be honest. Armor profile is pretty good, as you can see, especially up against in a tank like this tank. the armor profile is actually okay, and he only penetrates one shot there. Doesn't get spotted, and now here comes the SU-100Y. Is he going to get the shot? Yeah, he shoots his gun. GG, he shoots his gun. As I've said about the box tank, which I did previously, it's a troll tank. The armor profile is very, very troll. Now, he has managed to get behind him, but he's going to have to hurry up and clear him. You can see the loading gun. He is spamming his fire button. Leads him down to a one-shot, and he needs to take this guy out before the AMX comes around. And this is where the reload is actually pretty good for an auto-loader, and he does manage to clear him before the AMX comes around the corner. So that is 4 kills and 4,200 damage. The AMX, of course, misses his shot. He's gone for the reload. He has now reloaded all 3 shells. He's got 1 shot there, switches to the heat. You can see he can penetrate nice and easy, but he does take a shot. Now, what he's going to do here is the classic. Of course, it is the classic, and so many people still fall for this. He's not unspotted yet, so the AMX thinks he's going to come around the other side, but nope, he's going to come around here. Is the AMX going to fall for it? Of course he's going to fall for it. They always do. They always fall for it, and he manages to get the victory. So 5,000 damage in a T71. Very, very good game. Well played. Good choices, good tank choices, like going for the right tanks, and of course lucky with that bounce with the SU-100Y. Very lucky indeed. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you get lucky like this, of course send me the replays, meadsyreplays@hotmail.com. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With